Coast News right now.
Well, we realize Ojai is not technically on the Central Coast, but we met a Central Coast icon at an event in Santa Barbara, and trust me, she's worth the stretch in geography. Katie Marzullo is live in the news center now to introduce us to Sheila Cluff. Katie?
Arturo, 73-year-old Sheila Cluff is the owner of the Oaks at Ojai, but her life and fitness extends far beyond the walls of her spa. She is small in stature, but larger than life. This is her story, part 1.
Place your feet astride.
It's 7 a.m. in the lobby of the Oaks at Ojai Spa.
Inhaling and exhaling.
A tiny gray-haired woman is leading us through some warm-up exercises before taking us on a brisk hour-long walk.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Sheila.
Sheila Cluff is the owner. She's 73 years old and hard to keep up with. But her story begins long before this crisp spring morning. So let's take a step back.
I never planned to be in the fitness business.
Sheila grew up ice skating in Ottawa, Canada, and advanced to the Canadian Nationals. Still a teenager, she moved to New York to perform at the Roxy Theatre.
We used to say to the Rockettes, we do everything on ice that you do on the dance floor.
But eventually her parents called her home for college. After graduation, she took a job teaching PE at a junior high school and used her experience on ice to get her students interested.
I decided to take the joy of figure skating, put it on the gym floor. That was before boom boxes. I had to convince my principal to buy a piano and hire a pianist.
It was the invention of aerobics, and it was all Sheila.
Did I trademark that idea in 1950? No, but anyway, it worked.
Her students loved it, and so did one girl's mother, which gave Sheila an idea, Fitness Incorporated. She rented a church hall and started teaching aerobics. She was also engaged and the head pro at a figure skating club. Her soon-to-be husband said, Sheila, something's got to give.
I really believe in fitness, and I see what a difference it makes in my girls' lives. So he said, fine, I'll make a deal with you. Quit teaching school and quit teaching figure skating, grow your company, and I'll pay all the bills for the first year. I said, you've got a deal.
The company thrived and expanded, but then tragedy in New York.
We lost our 3-year-old son because there was no equipment at the local hospital to test him, and then the ambulance became lost in a snowstorm.
Sheila was asked to be the spokeswoman for a hospital fundraiser. She accepted the role, and the event was a success. A local television station liked what it saw.
They said, you know, we're hearing about this women's thing. We think women are going to have credit cards in their own name and a checkbook without their husband, and we think it's time for a show that addresses women's issues, and we want to call the show the Now Show, which stands for News of Women.
By 1969, she was the host of her own syndicated exercise segments. The family moved to Southern California, and baby number 4 was on the way. And more TV. Regis snatched her up.
And before I knew it, I had a show called Daybreak LA, Shape Up with Sheila.
Sheila then started another company that took people on spa vacations, and she became inspired to open her own.
33 years ago, I went home and mortgaged my husband, my kids, the house, and bought a hotel. I mean, doesn't everybody do that?
Which brings us back to the Oaks at Ojai. All of that and some of the best stuff is yet to come. Hear from clients and employees of the Oaks at Ojai Spa. Plus, Sheila's very latest undertaking has her back on the ice.
Wow. All of that, and that's only part 1?
That's half.
You're kidding me. Wow.
The neatest life, I know. So more tomorrow.
All right, look forward to it. Thank you, Katie. And part 2 of Sheila Cluff, Central Coast Icon, does air tomorrow right here on your Central Coast News at 7. Our soup sales are up in Toyota.
23rd through the 27th at Lompok's Ryan Park. Don't miss it.
Central Coast News right now.
Well, last night we introduced you to Sheila Cluff, the owner of the Oaks at Ojai Spa. We found out she's an athlete, an entrepreneur, and also a grandmother. Katie Marzullo is in the news center now to pick up where the story left off. Katie?
Arturo, a quick recap. Sheila Cluff was first a professional ice skater out of Canada. She later invented aerobics as a junior high school PE teacher. And after many years and many fitness business ventures, she settled in Ojai to open a spa with a fresh new outlook.
The Oaks was born with the philosophy that exercise is not punishment, and there's no such a word as diet.
And that spas are not just for the wealthy.
It's a very reasonably priced spa, and you know, just like every woman, every so often you want to go away, rest, lose weight, eat healthy.
Sheila's style is also a draw.
Sheila's amazing. We're all celebrities here. And I love the way she communicates with all of her guests. She remembers our names.
But for Sheila, it's family first. She and her husband, who enjoy downhill black diamond skiing, are about to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary. Their 4 children are happy and healthy, and then there are the grandchildren, one of whom inspired Sheila's next big adventure. About 3 years ago, the 70-year-old grandmother took her granddaughter ice skating.
And thought, well, this might be fun, but I'm still holding onto the boards. I mean, I haven't skated for a long, long time.
It was enough for her to catch the bug.
Fast forward, I have 3 coaches and I compete worldwide now in masters figure skating, but I couldn't have done that had I not been fit. I have to compete against the 60-year-old kids because there's no 70-plus category.
Sheila is certainly in a category of her own.
When I first met her and had some conversation and saw her, I thought nobody can be that positive. I mean, it's not real. And so as I got to know her through the years, I realized how truly real it is.
3.
I can't help but look up to her. I want to grow up and be like her.
And 5. I'm very blessed. I'm not retired. I'm reinvented. And you'll have your arms, shoulders, and chest and your face fit all at the same time.
What a life. I find her so inspirational and motivating. Hopefully you all did as well, because there is more. Sheila has a philosophy of snacking on fitness, little things you can do within your day to burn calories and build strength. So, Arturo, what's something we could all use? We will do fitness snacks all this week.
What an amazing woman. She's competing with 60-year-old kids, she says. I mean, she must have had a huge impact on you, Katie.
She really did, and I wish I could do her life more justice. I need like a half-hour special because
absolutely.
there are just so many details. But
well, I think you did do a pretty good justice right there.
Overall, she has just lived an amazing life, so she made it easy on me.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Thanks. Well, pretty much everyone enjoys a cold, sweet drink when the warm weather hits.
Today, but you know, we were looking at snow in the Sierra, cold temperatures in the Sacramento Valley. That will be a thing of the past as well.
Okay, good.
If you're heading up that way.
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah.
Well, this week we introduced you to Central Coast icon Sheila Cluff. The 73-year-old is the owner of the Oaks at Ojai Spa, and for the rest of the week, we're going to be bringing you Sheila's fitness snacks, little things that you can do to burn a few extra calories. Tonight, Sheila suggests making your own weights out of water bottles and rocks.
When you're at your computer, take a fitness snack. Sit out on the edge of your chair, Katie. And the nice thing about this weight is if you forget it someplace, it doesn't matter. It costs you absolutely nothing. So this is 3 pounds, and you're going to put it in one hand, on your right hand. Now, inhale deeply and lift up. One of the mistakes that people make is they move weights too fast. You want to let the muscles do it. This is to tone the inner and outer deltoid area of the shoulder, the bicep, and the tricep. And we would do on our dominant side, as we're taking a little computer break, we would do about 10 of these, and you always, let's change to the other side, you always want to do a few more on your non-dominant side, because think of where you carry your purse, your briefcase, your computer, you drag your carry-on, it's usually with your dominant side, so, or you blow dry your hair, or brush your teeth, so you always want to work a little harder to keep a muscular balance.
Now, to see this and other fitness snacks, you can log on to our website, myfox11.com. St. Joseph Senior golfer Chris Blystone just might have
for those interior valleys. Back to you.
In tonight's fitness snack with Central Coast icon Sheila Cluff, Sheila shows us how to exercise during those idle moments in the day.
One that because I travel a great deal, is standing in line at security. Okay. So the next time you're standing in line, you're going to pretend that you're holding on to something. So psychologically, if you think you're holding on to something, it's easier. Then you're going to just lift one toe, tighten the abdominals, do a standing abdominal crunch, press the shoulder back slightly, and then just lift one foot up. Now, a lot of things are happening. You can curl it around if you want to when you stand on one foot. 1, you're improving your balance. 2, balance requires energy, and energy means caloric burn. The other thing about holding your balance is a totally relearnable skill. So if you want to perform well in sports, or you want to move with greater fluidity, thus look more attractive, then you improve your balance.
Now, to see this and other fitness snacks, you can log on to our website, myfox11.com. A former NFL star will be back on the field